American Giant makes great clothing, sweatshirts, jeans, and more right here in the U.S. Visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com, code STAPLE20.
This is End of the Road in Michigan, where forgotten places find their voice again. Today's story takes us to the quiet shores of Lake Huron, to a village perched on the edge of Michigan's thumb, Port Austin. If you visit today, you'll find charming cottages, a peaceful harbor, and a sense of calm that only the lake can deliver. But once, this lakeside village pulsed with music, dancing, laughter, and the low whispers of prohibition. At the heart of it all stood one building perched overlooking the harbor, the Lakeside Inn. Before it was a hotel, it was a courthouse. Back in 1864, a fire destroyed the Huron County courthouse in Sand Beach, what we now call Harbor Beach. The county needed a new temporary seat of government, and Port Austin got the nod. For nearly a decade, county officials met in a simple building near the waterfront. From the mid-1860s to the early 1870s, that building served as the courthouse, the records office, and the center of county business. After the government moved inland to Bad Axe in 1873, the building's purpose changed. It became a hotel. Over time, it carried several names, the Williams Hotel, among others, but it would be remembered best as the Lakeside Inn. By the 1920s, the Lakeside Inn had a reputation. Not for its views, not for its rooms, but for its booze. It was prohibition, and the hotel had become a well-known speakeasy. Raided 4 times in 1927 alone, federal agents regularly seized crates of beer and liquor. The inn's owner at the time, Minnie Stinson, tried to dodge legal trouble by signing the deed over to her daughter, but the law caught up. That same year, the courts padlocked the doors and declared the Lakeside Inn a public nuisance. By 1928, new ownership brought in fresh furniture and fresh hope. But the days of bootlegging were done, at least publicly. The Lakeside Inn went quiet until Prohibition ended in 1933. Then came Charles Finzel. In the mid-1930s, Finzel took over the hotel, and for the next decade, the Lakeside Inn would earn its reputation as the Thumb's favorite gathering place. He renamed it Finzel's Lakeside Inn, and he knew how to draw a crowd. The Lakeside Pavilion, added in the 1920s, came to life under Finzel. It was a roller skating rink by day, a dance hall by night. Big bands from Detroit and beyond performed under the lights, and weekend nights became a who's who of Thumb area nightlife. They called it the Fun Center, and that's exactly what it was. But Finzel brought more than music. Michigan Governor Frank Murphy gave a speech there. Edgar Guest, the people's poet and famous NBC radio broadcaster, gave a reading. Politicians, entertainers, and everyday folks filled the pavilion week after week. For 10 years, Finzel's Lakeside Inn was the social heart of Port Austin. Finzel retired in the early 1940s due to poor health. He passed away in 1942. The inn changed hands again, but that golden era had passed. Then came 1967. On the morning of July 2, just after 4 a.m., Lakeside Inn owner Leon Renz was jolted awake, not by an alarm, but by his barking dog. Smoke filled the air. Flames were rising fast. The fire started in the tavern, but it spread quickly, through the walls, into the dance pavilion, and across the structure like a fuse. Renz barely escaped. Fire crews arrived, but it was too late. By sunrise, Lakeside Inn was gone. The damage was estimated at $50,000, but what was lost couldn't be measured in dollars. Generations had passed through that building. Couples met there. Families skated there. Politicians rallied there. History happened there. It was like losing an old friend, one resident said later. The rubble was cleared. The shoreline was quiet again. But the Lakeside Inn still lives, in stories, in photos, and in the memories of those who danced under its roof, or snuck a drink when the law said no. From courthouse to hotel, from speakeasy to ballroom, and finally, to ashes. This was Lakeside Inn. This is End of the Road in Michigan. If you enjoyed this story, please share it, rate the podcast, and subscribe for more voices from Michigan's past. Until next time, stay curious, and stay on the road.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.